Well, we are firmly in day 2 on this Christmas morning of a powerful storm slamming Northern California. Start with here, a live look at our Rancho Cordova sky camera. You see some raindrops on the lens there. Intense wind has knocked out power for thousands, toppling tree limbs and triggering flooding in some spots. Wind, rain, and snow are all in play this morning, and that is why it is another KCRA 3 Weather Alert Day.
And of course, we have full team coverage for you this morning. 2 live trackers are monitoring road conditions right now, and we have 3 meteorologists who are in and tracking this storm. Kelly Curran watching traffic, Denson Cortez in the Sierra, where chain controls are in effect. Meteorologist Ophelia Young keeping an eye on the strong winds that are sweeping through our area.
But let's start with meteorologist Heather Waldman.
Yeah, and we saw from those sky cameras that you just showed us, the valley's actually starting to see a little bit of sunshine. Enjoy the lull, but be ready for more rain, more thunder, and a little bit more wind as we go through this afternoon and this evening. But for right now, again, a break for most of us in the valley. Heaviest of the rain is into the foothills, and of course, we've got snow into the Sierra. Watching a couple of thunderstorms here across Sonoma County, getting up into Mendocino County. The energy with that is going to be moving into the valley through this afternoon, and that's what's going to touch off the chance for some of those scattered downpours once again. Still have chain controls on 80. That's not going to be changing today, tonight. Probably not tomorrow either. Snow level is going to be intense at times as well. Snowfall rates, that is. The snow level right now down to about 4,500 feet. That's where it's going to hover there along Highway 50 right around Kybers. That's where you can expect to chain up if you're headed up the hill. You're going to need chains going up and over into Myers and over into the Nevada state line on 80 as well. Here's a look at the latest wind gusts. They've really eased. Nothing over 20 miles per hour for Stockton. Fairfield has been quiet for several hours now. And Placerville, your wind speeds right now about half of what they were an hour ago. So seeing things kind of easing up for the time being into the foothills as well. But as we go through this afternoon, this is for the valley, winds gradually picking up again, peaking around 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. That's when that next line of heavy rain and gusty winds comes through. Cold front on its way in. Tomorrow, still showery, still snowy, but the winds will ease up a bit. If you're getting ready to head out the door, we want to show you what's going on with the roads. Kelly Curran is riding by in Live Tracker 3 for us this morning.
And we actually just passed through a little bit of flooding here. We are on westbound Arden Way. Right as we went underneath the Cap City Freeway, that westbound side was completely flooded out. Now, we were able to get by as we kind of squeezed over through the left, but if you're in the right side, you are definitely going to feel that water. So this is an area you want to try to avoid. Now, as we take this live look outside at Arden Way here, as we head, again, westbound, you can see a little bit of blue skies. So we're getting a chance to dry out. That is definitely good news. Now, if you have some storm drains near your house, I highly recommend going out there, raking those leaves away so we can try to drain some of the water off of the roads and prevent any more flooding when we get another wave of rain showers moving through. Also, leave extra space between you and the vehicles around you. Make sure your headlights are on. That actually helps other cars to see you, not just to help you see. We'll check back again in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Kelly. Sounds good. It's a white Christmas, to say the least. Look at that in the Sierra. But officials say now is not the time to travel. Looking here at Kingvale on Interstate 80 Kingvale here. Caltrans urging drivers, just stay away if you don't have chains. They will make you turn around at some of those chain checkpoints too. But yeah, to say the least, this is what the mountains needed.
And thankfully, we really haven't seen too many people that were out as we take these cameras throughout the morning. We just saw one vehicle go by, but yeah, I think people are listening. Chain controls are in place eastbound from Cisco to Truckee, and then westbound from Truckee to 2.5 miles east of the junction of State Route 20. Chain controls also on parts of Highway 50, as you might expect. Those controls, of course, in place because of the snow, the visibility issues, and just overall dangerous driving conditions. KCRA 3's Denson Cortez has a closer look at those conditions. He's along I-80 now. Denson, how are things looking? What are you seeing?
Yeah, good morning to both of you. Merry Christmas. Right now we're at Emigrant Gap, about 5,000 feet in elevation, and the conditions up here are a completely different story compared to lower elevations. Snow is coming down pretty steadily, and you can see it sticking to the roadways. Let me shift to that road map there. It's sticking to the roadway in spots, creating that slushy, compacted layer that drivers really need to watch out for. Chain controls are in effect in both directions on Interstate 80. This is an R2 restriction, so if you have four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, you're gonna need snow tires on that. But the main focus here is, since that snowfall is coming down steadily, you want want to drive at a much slower speed, 30 miles per hour, because some of that snow spray could come out, and this is where spin outs could occur, especially with that snowfall coming down steadily. So this is a live look of what we're seeing heading eastbound on I-80. A white Christmas for sure, but also to take precaution if you're going to be heading up to the Sierra. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Denzin, drive careful. Thank you for the coverage. PG&E says last night's storm left many customers without power. The company has all emergency centers open, and more than 8,000 workers are on the job on this Christmas morning. They say they're working 24/7 to restore that power, rather. Here's a look at the PG&E outage map for you. So the green circles show outages affecting right around 50 customers. Yellow diamonds represent outages impacting 50 to 100. Those orange squares indicate larger outages affecting between 500 and 5,000 customers, so quite a few without power.
Yeah, and many of those outages likely triggered by the powerful winds from last night. You probably heard it. I heard it. I'm assuming you heard it.
Totally did.
They were strong. Meteorologist Ophelia Young gives us a closer look at just how strong they were. Ophelia.
Yeah, it was certainly not a good night for light sleepers last night as those winds return, and they meant business last night. Now, if you remember yesterday afternoon, we enjoyed a nice quiet break, and then a few thunderstorms bubbled up and brought back those winds that only strengthened through the evening. It was strong enough to down some trees and power lines after midnight. They peaked around 3-4 o'clock this morning, but right as the winds were moving in, right now the winds have tapered a bit, but it still certainly has our attention as we step outside this Christmas morning. Here are some of the stronger gusts clocked at weather stations around the region this morning. At the Sacramento Executive Airport, 56-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Placerville also gusting in the 50s. Auburn 44, Yuba City 67 miles per hour. And further west, when the storms moved on shore, they were very powerful. Winds peaked at 73 miles per hour at the San Francisco International Airport. Now, we do have a breezy rest of the morning and afternoon, but we're not completely done with the strong winds yet. Another wave of rain will approach, and those winds will strengthen right after dinner time. You can expect those peaks to return, strengthening those peak gusts to return, strengthening this evening from 45 to 55 miles per hour, and then relax again after midnight. Back to you at the desk.
All right, Ophelia, thank you.
Okay, well, the overall flooding risk from the storm is low. There are some areas that there's still some concern.
Such as in Calaveras County, an evacuation warning is in place for parts of the Valley Springs area. It's located along Cosgrove Creek. Some properties near the creek on Grouse Drive are beginning to flood. Neighbors pitched in on Christmas Eve last night to help Ed Craig protect his home, which does back up to that creek. He just moved in only 8 months ago, so this is not something he's ever faced before.
They all came over and volunteered and helped me. You know, that was really nice of them.
It's what we do. I mean, I make a few phone calls, and the neighbors show up from a couple blocks away. Friends show up from around the corner.
Some residents tell us they've tried to find ways to reduce the flood risk from that creek for decades. There are no evacuation orders in place yet. A warning means residents should get their essentials packed up and be ready to leave quickly. Let's take you to the south, Southern California, also dealing with stormy weather. It's triggering flooding and emergency rescues in the San Bernardino Mountains. Hours of steady rain caused scenes like this. Look at that. Flash flooding, mudslides, debris flows. This is the community of Wrightwood yesterday. The mountain town was hit hard as rain fell throughout the morning and into the afternoon. San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies went door to door in some of the areas affected there to check on residents. People in high-risk zones were urged to evacuate. Then later, shelter in place as travel became just unsafe. Fire crews reported several rescues involving people trapped in vehicles.
All right, you can stay on top of the storm up and down the state by downloading the KCRA 3 app. You can watch our latest newscasts and get real-time weather updates from our meteorologists.